In this video, we're going to make a box plot. We'll use the same data we did for the histogram video, which is a set of 27 test scores on a 100-point test. The first step in creating a box plot, also known as a box and whisker plot, is to put the data in order from smallest to largest, from least to greatest, or from minimum to maximum. Just different language for the same idea. I've done that for us already. 59 is the minimum, 95 is the maximum. All the data is in order. The next step is to find the median of the data. Median is the name for the exact midpoint of the data. What cuts the data exactly in half? So it's not the same thing as average, it's the middle of the data. In this case, we have 27 pieces of data, so we count up 13 from the bottom or count back 13 from the top, and we find that the median is the first of the two 77 scores in the data. If you count, there's 13 pieces of data here, and there's 13 pieces of data here. Remember that if you have an even number, you'd go right in the middle. We have an odd number, 27. Okay, so now, knowing that the median cuts the data in half, we need to find the middle of the lower half. The middle of the lower half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So since we have an even number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here between the 71 and the 72 is that midpoint of the lower half. What's halfway between 71 and 72? 71.5. The name for that is the first quartile, which is abbreviated Q1, the first quartile, the first quarter of the data. Similarly, at the top, we're going to find the middle of the larger half of the data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here between the 89 and the 90 is Q3, and that's going to be exactly halfway between those two, which is 89.5. So if you look here, you see that what we've done is we've cut the data into 4 equally sized pieces, 4 chunks. Now that we know the 5-number summary for the data, minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum, we can make our box plot. Here's how you make the box plot. Take your minimum, find it on your number line, and above or below, generally above, put a dot. That's the minimum. Next, find Q1, 71.5 on your number line, and we're going to put a small mark, not a dot. The median, 77, put a small mark. Q3, 89.5, and the maximum, 95, we'll put a dot. Okay, now the box in box plot is between Q1 and Q3. The box shows the spread of the middle half of the data. The idea here is that most of your data should be somewhere in the middle. You shouldn't have a lot of your data spread out way far away from the middle. That's not always true, but it's usually true. So that's the middle half of the data, and the median or midpoint of your data is marked here. Now, box plots are also called box and whisker plots, and the reason they get the name whiskers is because we're going to connect the minimum to Q1, and we're going to connect Q3 to the maximum, and those two horizontal lines some people think look like cat's whiskers sticking out. So there's a box and whisker plot for this set of data. The smallest 25% of the data, the next 25% of the data, the next 25% of the data, and the largest 25% of the data. It shows how the data in a set of data are spread out. This 25% of the data is quite a bit closer together than this 25% of the data.